I'd like to talk or tell you a story about my Fender Stratocaster, which I started. I bought my first guitar about 40 years ago. One of my best friends showed up at my doorstep and he had a brand new guitar in his hand, and I wanted to buy one the very next day. So I bought this one. That's all I could afford. It's a Fender copy, Fender Stratocaster copy. The brand is Kenora. It was a few $100s. And over the years, as a teenager, my ears started to mature, and I wanted to try different pickups, different bridge systems, floating systems, necks, and it really went through some drastic changes. You can see I've cut holes for a floating system in the bridge there. It really is beat up, and I guess most people would have thrown something like this away, but to me, I keep it around mainly for sentimental values, and it kind of keeps me grounded as to where I came from. It reminds me of my humble beginnings, so it stays there and it just hangs on the wall. There was a time where I went to visit my guitar technician, and I asked him, what can I do with this guitar? And he said, I can't do anything with this guitar. The components are cheap, it's cheap quality construction, and he recommended to build me a new one. So he gave a recommendation for a brand new handmade body that he had prepared for me. This one is made from Corey pine. It's an Australian softwood, and he coated it with 7 coats of, I think he called it midnight black. Yeah. And on top of the 7 coats of midnight black, he added 7 coats of lacquer. And this body has stayed with me all those years. I think he built this around 1989, 1990. And it feels great. Sadly, Stuart passed away. That was his name, Stuart Mayle. He lived in Lilydale, country Victoria in Australia. He died around 2000. And I was lucky enough to find another guitar technician by the name of David Paul, and he has his own company now. It's called Orpheus Pickups, and he makes his own electrics and pickups. He used to service my guitars and so forth, but he's mainly focusing on the electric side of it now, the pickups and so forth. Together we rebuilt the guitar from the original body here. We added this neck, which has been custom made for me by Music Craft. They have the patent and license through Fender, and the specifications that I particularly chose is what you see here. It's a rock maple neck with no lacquer on the neck, just a light oil to preserve the wood. I like the feel of the natural timber. I don't like a lacquer on the neck or the fretboard. The fretboard itself is of a dark rosewood, and it has mother of pearl fret inlays, as you can see. On the side of the neck, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it is mother of pearl position markers. And it feels great. I love this guitar. David then spoke to me about adding his Orpheus pickups. These ones are S68s that he made by hand, and he installed them in the, I'm trying to remember how many years ago. It's been a while. But David is amazing. He's an amazing artist. He's an amazing technician. And we have the standard Fender 5-way switch here. But he's introduced these push-pull pots. And you can see if they add, or they give me quite a lot of different tone choices. Both push-pull pots turn on the back pickup and send it directly to the volume knob, regardless of where the 5-way switch is positioned. The first one switches in parallel, and the second push-pull in series. So in series, it actually runs one pickup into the others. So I can connect the neck and the bridge pickup together, which gives me a Telecaster spacing. I can run all three at once if I want, if I choose. So when you run one pickup into the others through this second push-pull switch, it effectively doubles the output and or adds the levels together. The middle pickup and the bridge, they are reverse wound and reverse polarity. So what that effectively does with this push-pull and the switch in a certain position, it will give me, it will join these two together as a true humbucker, which gives me an extra output. And that's another advantage of this guitar. I have quite a few tone choices at my disposal. And I have a kill switch, so if something goes wrong with anything on stage or with the amplifier or the pedal board or whatever, I can just switch it to position 5 and it will just kill the sound immediately. Kill switch. You need to have one of those. The body itself, you may have noticed already. Dings, scratches. Yeah, I call them war wounds, and they just add to the story. I'm not so fussed about getting every scratch and so forth repaired and painted. I like to, it tells a story, and I'm happy with that. It doesn't affect the playability of the guitar, doesn't affect the sound. It's an amazing guitar to play. It has an amazing feel. It has an amazing sound. It's my #1 guitar that I've had since I was a young boy. And I just wanted to tell you the story of this one. So, in saying so, I have a range of other guitars. I won't go, I'll do another video about that, about those guitars. And one is an Ibanez nylon string acoustic, which I use mainly for finger picking or finger style exercises. I have a Gibson Les Paul, which I bought right off the shelf. No modifications whatsoever, it just feels right. If you're looking at ever buying a guitar, pick it up, see how it feels in your hands. If it feels right, then it is right. If it sounds right, it is right. I encourage my students and friends to buy what is comfortable for them and what feels right to them. Don't try and copy someone else. If they have a special type of guitar or a special type of sound, try not to chase it. It's okay to be influenced by that, of course, because every musician is influenced by somebody. But the best part about being a musician is what you have inside and whatever you need to bring that out. Of course, you need a good quality instrument to project the best quality sound that you have, that you want to express. So be yourself, because you were created that way. And there's no one like you. The last guitar I have is a bass guitar, which I bought through a cousin of mine who worked at a import-export, and he got this amazing price for the Gene Simmons signature axe bass. And I mainly bought that just to hang on the wall as a display, just for fun. It plays well, and I enjoy playing it, but it's mainly for display purposes only. But thank you for listening to this video. Enjoy playing guitar, always have fun, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.